Katherine Legge just made a move that has the NASCAR world spinning. She's not just stepping up, she's going all in. And the place she's chosen to do it? The one and only Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's right. Legge just confirmed she'll be running both the Xfinity and Cup Series races at Indy next weekend. And if you think this is just another weekend of racing, think again. This is a statement, a challenge, a full-blown shakeup. Let's rewind for a second. Just a year ago, most NASCAR fans hadn't even heard Katherine Legge's name. She wasn't raised on oval tracks or short-track Saturday nights. She built her career overseas and in open-wheel racing, IndyCar, endurance racing, IMSA. The kind of places where the cars are lighter, faster, and the culture, totally different. But in 2025, Legge threw herself straight into the fire. She debuted in the NASCAR Cup Series at Phoenix. And while that debut ended in a wreck, it still made history. She became the first woman to run a cup race since Danica Patrick in 2018. And she didn't stop there. She hit the streets of Chicago and fought her way to a 19th place finish, out-qualifying some of the biggest names just to get in the race. That wasn't luck. That was grit. Now Legge is back at Indianapolis, but this time she's doubling down. She's running the Xfinity race on Saturday in the number 32 car for Jordan Anderson Racing. Then on Sunday, she'll step into the number 78 Chevrolet for Live Fast Motorsports in the Brickyard 400. This isn't just a race weekend, it's a full-on assault on one of the most legendary tracks in motorsports. But here's where things get crazy. This wasn't part of her original plan. Legge was supposed to run at Richmond later this year, but she removed that race from her schedule and replaced it with the Vegas race in October. Why? Because she wanted Indy more. She wanted the place where legends are made. She wanted the battle that matters. Let me tell you something. This isn't a driver chasing headlines. This is a woman fighting for her spot in a world that still doesn't know what to make of her. And she's not doing it alone. Behind her are two big names, Desnuda Organic Tequila and Droplight, an Indiana-based venture studio. That's the kind of support that means more than just money. It means belief. People backing you because they think you belong there. But the real twist? It's not just about racing. Katherine Legge is bringing something to NASCAR that most drivers never even think about. A movement. When she partnered with Elf Cosmetics, she didn't expect what came next. She was hesitant at first, didn't want to be seen as just a female driver in a pink car. She even said, "Oh God, that's so cliché." But when the pink car rolled out, it did more than turn heads. It flipped the script. At the Indy 500, Elf turned the paddock into a sea of pink. There were drone shows, makeup booths, fans and glitter. For the first time, women in motorsports felt seen. And Katherine? She wasn't hiding her femininity anymore. She was owning it. "It was the best thing that ever happened," she said. "It started this girl power movement. And now, that same energy is coming to NASCAR." Legge isn't just here to race. She's here to change things. She's bringing that same girl power movement to a garage that's still getting used to the idea. She said it herself. Some fans are warming up to her, some aren't. But she's not waiting for permission. She's just doing it. Here's the real story. This isn't just about a woman driving a stock car. This is about someone fighting to be taken seriously in a place that still wants her to prove herself every single lap. And she's proving it. Every weekend she's learning. She's studying data, watching tape, figuring out how to speak the language of NASCAR. It's loose, it's tight. Even laughing about how hard it is to understand the Southern crew guys on the radio. But she's adapting, she's pushing through, and she's doing it with a British accent, a pink car, and no apologies. Because for Katherine Legge, this isn't just about racing fast, it's about racing forward. And next weekend at the Brickyard, all eyes are going to be on her. But we're not done, because the real drama is still coming. Next weekend, Katherine Legge takes on the Brickyard. 2 races, 1 driver, a whole sport watching. But here's what they're really watching for. Can she actually pull it off? Let's be real. This isn't a fairy tale. NASCAR is brutal. It chews up rookies and forgets them the next day. Even seasoned drivers struggle to find consistent success. And Katherine? She's fighting from the bottom. Small teams, limited equipment, a background in open-wheel racing that doesn't exactly translate into Cup Series success overnight. But that's what makes this whole story so wild, because she's not supposed to be here. She's not supposed to be running top 20 in Cup after just a handful of starts. She's not supposed to be standing on the same grid as Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, or Kyle Busch. And she's definitely not supposed to be bringing a pink car into a sport that's still trying to figure out how to talk about women without sounding awkward. But that's exactly what she's doing. And guess what? Some people hate it. There's been pushback. On social media, in comment sections, in quiet conversations behind pit walls. Some fans still roll their eyes when they see her name on the entry list. Others dismiss her as a publicity stunt. Some say she's only there because of sponsors. You know what she says to that? Nothing. She lets her driving do the talking. And even when it doesn't go her way, like the 4 DNFs she's had in the Xfinity series this year, she doesn't disappear. She shows up. She studies. She learns. She earns every single mile. Legge isn't asking for anyone's approval. She's asking for a shot. Just a car that's good enough to compete and a chance to show what she can really do. And if she fails, fine. But it won't be because she didn't give it everything. This isn't a PR campaign, it's a battle. And while the fans are still deciding what to make of her, some folks inside the sport are paying attention. Her spotter, her crew chief, they've got her back. They've said she's one of the most committed drivers they've ever worked with. And commitment is everything in NASCAR. It's the difference between being forgotten and becoming a legend. But there's something else here too. Something bigger. Katherine Legge is trying to open the door for others. She's not just driving a pink car because it looks cool. She's driving it because it means something. Visibility, representation, the idea that you can show up in this sport as exactly who you are and still compete. At Indy last year, when Elf lit up the sky with drones and brought thousands of new fans into the paddock, Legge saw something she'll never forget. Young girls in the stands, wearing pink, screaming her name. Women walking around with Elf makeup in their bags and tears in their eyes because, for the first time, they felt like they belonged at a racetrack. She remembers that. She carries that. And now, she's bringing it to NASCAR. The truth is, this isn't just about Katherine Legge. It's about what she represents. Grit, change, courage, femininity that doesn't ask for permission, and a kind of toughness that isn't loud, but lasts. She said it best. Experience counts for so much. These young kids are fast, but they haven't made all the mistakes. You need to have a healthy respect for what you're doing. That's what she brings. She's not here to pretend she's the fastest. She's here to prove she's the toughest. And that's why the Brickyard Weekend matters so much. Because if she can survive it, if she can race 2 full events, finish strong, and maybe even sneak into the top 15, then all the whispers, all the doubts, all the snarky comments, they don't matter. Because she'll have done something that no one expected. And it'll send a message loud and clear to every young girl watching from the grandstands or at home. You don't have to fit in. You just have to show up. So here's the question we leave you with. Is NASCAR ready for Katherine Legge? Or will it try to shove her back into the shadows the second she stumbles? You tell us. Let the war of opinions begin in the comments. Because this isn't just about one driver's schedule change. It's about a sport getting dragged, kicking and screaming into a new era. And Legge? She's at the front of the line, helmet on, ready to race.